to do just before the draw is take you for a bit of a walk around our workshop. If you follow me down here, this is our toy department, and this is where we make a lot of toys. We have members come in once a month. Some members are making toys constantly, but we have a workshop once a month where a lot of members come in and make toys. And you know, there's buckets here of things like, you know, there's little model cars. There's other things like this bucket of wheels and all sorts of components that we make up. More components there and templates. So that's our toy department. It looks a bit messy, but that's because it's a thriving area where we do a lot of work. So I'll just go around here and sneak in front of the camera. That's our loft up there that you've had a quick look at. These are our bandsaws. Now we've got 4 bandsaws in a row here. That's for cutting different shapes. We've got bobbin sanders. Our bobbin sanders are for sanding in little internal shapes, especially in toys. A couple of little belt sanders there. We've got, and I've forgotten the name of it.
Scroll saw.
Scroll saw, yes, scroll saws. Scroll saws do a similar job to a bandsaw, but a bandsaw is a constant blade, so that blade will cut external shapes. This will cut an internal shape. By drilling a hole in it, you release the blade here, poke the blade up through that hole and connect it again, and you're cutting an internal shape without cutting through what you're making. We go into the noisy room here. This is another bandsaw. This is our biggest bandsaw, and members will bring logs in, you know, so long and so wide, and you can put it through here and cut slabs of wood, little pieces of wood that you can make a box or whatever out of that log of wood. We've got a table saw here, another little table saw over the other side there. It's all connected to, you might notice, the dust extraction. Dust extraction on every machine. Like I said, table saw, and over here you've got a router table with a router in it. These thicknesses are for finishing the wood and making them nice and parallel. A little buzzer here, the teeth are there that'll you go through and clean up one side, get that flat, and that gives you a flat surface to go through the thicknesser. A couple of sanding stations, a drop saw, and what we call our big boy sander, big boy belt sander. We come back out through here. Everyone will recognise what they are, and a couple of drills. A downing machine where that's adjustable and you fix it so that every piece of timber you put a dowel in the same spot. So that is how we join a lot of timbers with that. I'll just do a quick little flip back over here. This is something made by our oldest active member, Alan Fowler. Alan is, I forget whether it's 96 or 97, it's somewhere around that. And Alan's still very active and made that and donated it to the club. We go back through here. This is our longest lathe. It's somewhere we'll almost do a veranda post in that if we needed to. A sharpening station, compressor, another lathe. And as I'm going through the lathes, if you actually look up around there, you'll see a lot of different turned legs and different shapes that are on display there that you can see. These 3 lathes here are all the most used lathes, I suppose, in the club. A lot of members will come in, especially those that are learning. They'll make a rolling pin or they'll make a small bowl. And this little table here is for box making. We do dovetail joints with these. I won't go into too much detail on that because we haven't got a lot of time. A lot of timber over there that you see is timber that we have, we've gathered. Some of it is off the shelf and some of it is stuff that we've put through the thicknesser ourselves. and we have our own mill off-site that we go and mill our own timber. There's not a lot of it in here at the moment. COVID has stopped us doing a lot of things, including making toys. I mean, we normally give a lot of toys away every year, and this year we won't have many to give away simply because we've been in lockdown. We get out of lockdown, start to get organised, and we go back into lockdown. So that's our workshop, just a quick